doing? All right, so we back to discuss the difference between college football and the NFL. Okay, why is this important? It's important because the NFL does not have more teams of expansion, franchises, or you can add more teams, or teams can be relegated, teams can move up. This can't happen. So with that being said, when you have teams that are set based off of the geographical location, and they have been around since the birth of the NFL, with the exception of a few expansion teams, there's not much movement going on in the NFL. So what do they have? They have two national conferences, okay? And those two conferences pretty much is not going to have much changes. These conferences stay intact, and they build, their market. They pretty much go through all of the economics as far as recruiting, drafts and things like that. And things just have been consistent since the birth of the NFL. College football is totally different. So, wow, it's important to synchronize, to make the league more efficient by minimizing, or we like to call it realignment, but it's good for college sports to bring it down to what we see now. Now, you hear talk about, it's going to be two major conferences. The problem with that is it will totally cut revenue in half. I don't see teams watching other programs. I don't see teams watching other programs if their team is not involved. It's like losing fans, okay? And that will totally have an effect on the way the college structure is set up. So will college sports have two major conferences? No, that's not going to happen. At least when you think about it, 3 conferences is perfect because there's too many programs out there. There's no way you can get things down to 2 conferences, so on and so forth, as far as the NFL model. You can have the NFL model on all the other things, right? The structures and things like that. But there has to be 3 conferences. There has to be. There's too many good programs out there. There's too many teams. And it wouldn't make sense for it to be any other way. So with that being said, the way it's formatted going into right now, college football and college sports as a whole, with 3 major conferences, is the right fit for college. That's what's different from the NFL. The NFL is going to have 2 conferences, college 3, and it's perfect. And not only is it good, it also generates more revenue for the TV companies. To bring it down or break it down any other way would be a disaster. It's too many programs. 3, it went from 6 autonomous. If you recall, there were 6 autonomous conferences. Now it cut into half. Now it's only 3. Okay, that was the Big East, the Pac-12, the Big 12, the SEC, the ACC, and the Big 10. Now it's only 3 left, and that's about right. And so moving forward, I can see that how college football has formulated to this particular structure will prove to be beneficial. Once again, it looks like we're going down to the Power 3. It's important that the Big 12 obtain the top schools from the ACC and do whatever they need to do to get those teams, and those teams be in it for the long haul, and kind of weed out the overdrive on the Big 10 and not so much the SEC, because the SEC only got 16 teams and they have solid programs. But the Big 10 is, we know they want Notre Dame, and then there's like another school they want to throw in the mix. It may be Texas A&M, who knows? But I will say that it's been like the Big 10 was successful at getting to, you know, as I mentioned, the value max, as well as the SEC, which they do have slots open to get to 20. The Big 12 have slots open, as well as the Big 10. Once again, it looks like we're coming down to a Power 3 conference, because this is college sports, not professional, and it needs to be 60 plus teams in this college sports talk to properly cover the markets, the many different markets that there is in college sports. You need about 60, 65 or less, 66 teams or whatever, 60 to 66 teams to properly cover all the markets to generate revenue. Once again, thank y'all for another size 11 edition. Please subscribe, like this video, and share it. Thank you once again. Until next time, go to www.size-11.com.